This right here is the leasing.com stadium, home to Macclesfield FC. Right here, once we're fully panned up, is Adam Mckola. Currently doing one of them shots where he's pretending to not know the camera's there, but he does. There, see. Today, Adam is going to be searching for as many football grounds as he can in 90 minutes. These football grounds must sit in the top 10 tiers of the English football ladder. Every ground found before half-time is £5 towards lunch. He'll grab bonus points if he visits the team he supports, and pyramid points are available for showcasing teams in a consecutive part of the ladder. Got it? Good. Let's go. So we are here at the leasing.com stadium. Adam, thank you for joining me today. Much
Absolute
appreciated.
pleasure, man. Good to see you again.
Old school YouTuber.
Yeah.
Would you call yourself a YouTuber?
Yeah, unfortunately. I cringe every time I say it.
It's so cringy, isn't it? Yeah.
Someone asks you what you do for a living, like that.
A YouTuber, content creator, influencer.
Um,
All of them are a bit. I just say to people I make videos.
Yeah.
And then.
But then they call you a YouTuber.
They do, yes, yeah. You're that YouTuber. Yeah. But yeah, amazing. Thanks for joining me today. We've had two other guests previous to this before getting the guys at leasing.com on. And they've set up base here today. So this is where we're going to be starting. We're going to be doing a route out of your choice, obviously. Mm-hmm. You know the rules. Have you got an idea of where you're going to be going?
Yeah, I've kind of got some sort of plan, but, you know, I'm prepared for that to potentially go out the window, so.
Yeah, well, you can't factor for traffic. And the most important thing for me, anyway, because I haven't eaten this morning, every ground we visit before half-time is £5 towards lunch.
Okay,
so if we can get more in at the start, it means we're going to have a better lunch, right?
Might have some bad news for that.
Oh, God. Well, in better news, leasing.com has supplied today's vehicle. It's the new all-electric Ford Capri. What a comeback. Buzzing to get behind the wheel of this one. It's all thanks to leasing.com. Yeah, the UK's biggest leasing comparison site where 9 out of 10 customers found the best deal. And you can too by visiting the link in the description below. Do you reckon you could show me how to turn the car on?
Parking brake. Oh, just press the brake in and then depress it. Okay.
Thank you very much, mate.
No problem at all. I'll see you later.
We'll see you soon.
Later.
They're great.
Yeah, good lads.
They're good lads. I just want to record, just show the screen here. So this car's fully electric.
Yeah, and you don't have a clue what you're doing.
And I don't know, well, as you can see, I clearly don't, do I? But this is on 94% at the moment. So
Okay.
I just want to see roughly how far or how much battery is going to take us to get to our half-time destination.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a look at the...
So we'll get to at least one stadium before half-time.
Hopefully, yeah.
Because otherwise you won't get lunch.
No, well, it's for you as well, so £2.50.
Yeah.
Right, oh, there we go. Right, we'll say goodbye to the leasing.com lads.
Good lads then.
Yeah. Oh, it feels so smooth. Look, people are already looking at us.
Oh, there's a kit man.
Hey!
Hey!
Kit man from Macclesfield.
The Macclesfield kit man's the greatest kit man ever. Came up to me and went, Boovy talks rubbish. That's the type of stuff I want to hear.
So yeah, obviously Boovy is part of the club.
Yep.
Podcast you're on. Is it a podcast or is it more of a reactionary?
It's a podcast.
Yeah.
I think we have a podcast come out every Wednesday.
Okay.
So it is a podcast. It's also become like a call-in show that we do now, and obviously watch-alongs and live reactions and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we cover a little bit of everything.
Amazing. And that's part of the Fellas Studios.
Yeah, the Fellas Studios.
They've absolutely smashed, didn't they? Elliot Hackney and Carl and
it's unreal what they're doing there.
Yeah.
Like you go around and there's so many different studios, and obviously you got like Grace is there, who was amazing on I'm a Celebrity, and you got loads of different podcasts going off there.
I was just listening on the way down to Internet Dads. So Rory and Spence. Yeah,
that's right next to. So if you ever go to that, in the room, not to kill the illusion, but it's right next to the club.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Set.
It's a bit like TV studios are quite underwhelming. It's like, hang on, no, it's supposed to be this big, amazing space, but it's like backed onto somewhere else. Quite clever with their
Rory
space
was telling us that, like, when you walk through the front of the Queen Vic, there is nothing behind it.
That's really disappointing.
And that really disappoints me.
Because normally you'd go behind and the camera would tell you go up those stairs to the room at the back. Get out my pub.
Yeah. Still find it incredible that Rory's on EastEnders.
Yeah, I see clips pop up every so often. Pretty
Usually
sure.
because of me.
Was it? Did I see you post a picture of Max Browning?
Had him by the neck. I just randomly posted it.
Just really unnecessary.
Me and Rory were having a nice drink, some food in Italy.
Yeah.
And I just came across that picture on my phone and I thought, you know what? I think I'll tweet it. I tweeted it. Give people some ammunition at home.
Mad, isn't it?
I didn't do nothing! I've got ice in my head. If you're lying to me, don't lie to me! You're lying to me, I promise you!
That's what he did when he was younger. What was you about when you was young before you got into the YouTube scene, the creator scene?
So like, in terms of like the football world, I was always going to games and have been going like close to 30 years now. And I was like remember forums back in the day?
Oh God, yeah.
So I was like an admin on a big Manchester United forum called the Republic of Mancunia. Big up Scott. And I was doing little bits like that, but generally...
Do those things still exist? Is it forums? Is there a place for forums still, or is it pretty much a dead...
I imagine they've
space?
become like blogs and things like that now, haven't they? And different things like that. But yeah, because football clubs used to have their own official forums as well, didn't they? Where you
I
could
don't
go,
know,
because
did they?
Manchester United had one. So you could just
Man
go
United.
on there and...
Okay.
I remember the goal used to be to try and get your comment on the forum on the website main page, which was quite cool. So yeah, like forums were my thing for like in terms of online football kind of stuff. But apart from that, I was just going college, going uni.
Yeah. What did you study?
Just living my life like that. I did a law degree.
Wow.
Which I got in the end. I got a good law degree in the end, but.
So you've got the best of both. So you're coming from like an Asian background where they are like parents are go to uni, get a good job, or get, law covers that, I guess.
Yeah.
But you've done that, you've pleased them, but you've actually come out the other side and done something completely different and been successful at it.
Yes.
And proved to them, obviously, that this is a viable career.
Well,
which is really good.
At the time, I didn't know. So I was the first one from my mum's family to actually go uni. But I literally did it for that reason, just to have the photo, which I think's bad. Like, oh yeah, what shall I do in uni? I'll do law. You can earn a lot of money doing that, and I'll get a picture for my mum. And that's why I think halfway through it, I was my heart wasn't in it.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
And then I went because my dad was working in property and sales, so I started working with him on that, thinking maybe I could do property law.
Yeah.
And then whilst that was happening, YouTube was kind of kicking off for me.
Yeah. What sort of year did you sort of step into that sort of world?
2013.
Yeah.
So Fergie's last season.
Wow. Okay.
So I covered like on what was then Full-Time Devils.
Yeah. That's a story in itself, isn't it?
Yeah. So then I started doing that, and I had no media background or anything, but I was someone that was at every game, and I could provide like a match-going insight into what was happening.
So you were doing sort of football vlogs before.
Yeah.
The likes of Fogdom was massive.
Yeah, and just like getting then the fan cams and all that kind of thing.
Naturally, yeah. And was you doing that for your own platform, or was you producing these vlogs for the Full-Time Devils?
So
platform?
weirdly, I was doing it all for Full-Time Devils, but what happened at one point was when I would go to the games with my dad, I would like.
We're going the right way, by the way.
Yeah, somehow we are.
Just keep an eye on it.
Yeah. So I would like record us walking into the ground and stuff like that. Or I remember recording Scholes' volley at Villa Park on like a potato and uploading it onto YouTube. And I had like my account on there was called MUFC Ads. But then what happened was when Google and YouTube merged, you had like a certain period of time to like log in and keep your account.
Gotcha.
And I never did that. So my original YouTube account got deleted.
So would that have been like back in 2013?
That would have been like that, yeah. Wow, it would have covered like from 2007
and
onwards.
you had content on there as
well?
Yeah. What, you just lost it all completely?
I lost it all, yeah.
Oh, man.
So then like the first real bits I did were Full-Time Devils. And the first fan cam I did was Shane Ward. He walked past a little bit worse for wear and I just grabbed him and started interviewing him.
That's amazing. Was he a United fan?
Yeah.
What was that song? That's my goal.
Yeah, that was the one. And then after 3 years of doing that, my dad went, so you're going to need to pick one of these because at the moment, like, you're missing loads of work. And I was like, all right, bye.
Really?
You know, I think nowadays, everyone that does this, they see people doing YouTube and they think, I can do that. It's a way to money, right?
Oh, God, yeah.
When I started, I didn't know I was going to get paid.
No, you just did it because you enjoyed it.
I did it because I really loved it. There was an opportunity there. Obviously, I didn't have to create a channel, so I didn't have that side of things. But I remember, like, it wasn't until a year later where, Full-Time Devils went, oh, actually, we owe you this much money. Like, that never crossed my mind. Like, I wasn't sending invoices. Like, none of that stuff crossed my mind. I was just doing it because I loved doing it. And I think it was that keenness to be involved and want to do it that kind of got me the chance to be their presenter because I never had the skills to be a presenter, do you know what I mean? Yeah. It was just kind of blagging it all the way through.
Are you allowed to bleep out swear words? Yeah.
You can swear.
It was fucking shite, right?
So that progresses and you become like a bit of a figure at Full-Time Devils. What happened after that? Did you get other people on board? Because there was other personalities on there as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, there were loads of persons. So the likes of Jay Marty, who is one of the co-owners of what is now Stretford Paddock, used to be Full-Time Devils. Stephen Allison came in probably about 4 years later. Obviously, you had Andy Tate. I was known as Andy Tate, that Andy Tate guy for a bit.
Don't care.
Well, as always with these kind of channels, people come and go, don't they? Because,
Of course, yeah.
you know, someone will come in and maybe intentionally or unintentionally use it as like a platform or a springboard for their own.
Which is what I was going to say,
kind
yeah.
of thing.
And when you saw that happening, did you feel as if it's probably a good time to maybe get something of your own as a backup as well? Because you've got your own channel as well now, right?
Yeah, but see, for me, full-time Devils and Stretford Paddock was always my priority.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I knew if that's doing well, I'll be doing well.
Sure, yeah.
And so it was never my priority to have a YouTube channel.
Mm.
But then I did start to think of like, ownership's really important, right? And if you don't own something, someone could just get rid of you at any point.
Of course, yeah.
So
you are
that did
disposable, yeah.
kind of cross my mind, and I started my own channel and things like that. But I'm so inconsistent with my own channel, with Stretford Paddock and the club and everything. I'll just be super consistent because it's part of something bigger. But yeah, that's almost like just a little backup option and a little place where I can give reactions if I'm not on any other channels that day and stuff like that.
Your channel now, how many like subscribers, how many views vary, don't they?
Probably
Depending
about
on the game.
150k.
But people would kill for that, do you know what I mean?
They would,
So
yeah.
it's
It's-
that you're lucky that you got in early and you built a name for yourself that people come and they want to see your views. So
Yeah.
do you feel that sometimes you're repeating yourself because you do the stuff for
Yeah.
Stretford and then you'll come home and you do your reaction, it's like, I've already said this, but...
Yeah, but it's also like, my channel is always just me.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas Stretford Paddock, I'll have Joe next
You
to
get
me,
someone to
or
bounce
I'll
off
have
of,
Jay,
yeah.
and we can have a little chat and a little debate. And I also like the fact that my channel, it's always, I've been able to see comments or, you know, the manager's post-match press conference. So then I'm also reacting to different things as well.
Of course, yeah. yeah.
Whereas the immediate reactions are just to what's happening that night and whatever.
You got the job on the technicality of a legend who recommended you. You are nothing, you are a fool, and you are a waste of time. Good night.
So full-time Devils then turned,
Stretford Paddock.
became Stretford? Is that just a rebrand or was there a reason?
So what
Was there a
happened was,
fallout or what?
Fremantle sold it to Social Chain, made loads of promises and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And, you know, Steve Bartlett was a Man United fan and they wanted to do all these promises that they had. But eventually it just became, everything got stripped back. It was me and Jay doing everything. And when I mean everything, I mean editing videos, which I had no experience of, making thumbnails, which we had no experience of. Like, literally everything was going through us two.
Did you see like the quality of things go down?
It dropped, views dropped, engagement dropped.
Wow.
Like everything it just started to plummet. And then around COVID, they wanted to make me redundant. So I was like, do you realise making me redundant is kind of killing the channel? But I guess you'll just turn it into like an aggregator channel or turn it into something where they're sharing other people's content.
Yeah.
And then luckily COVID happened. I say luckily because it helped me in this instance. So they had to put me on furlough. And I was like, listen, if you want me off furlough and you wanted to make us redundant, I'm sure we can make a deal. You know, myself, Steve, and everyone kind of come together to create a deal where we could buy the channel. And then we just turned it back into what it was. And that's why I think we changed the name, because
you don't want to be associated with the downfall of it.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a fresh start for you guys.
It's a fresh start for everyone. And I was never keen on the name anyway. I think ownership's just so important. Anyone that I speak to in this industry, especially like some of the young lads coming through now that do a lot of work for other people, is always kind of have your own thing going on. Because if you don't
100%.
and they want to get rid of you, you could be done. We are still going the right way, by the way.
Good, yeah. Just let me know if we're... Oh shit, right, we might have to pull over.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, we can spin this one round for
Shall I
now.
stop it recording or leave it?
Well, let's go with this one for now.
Okay.
And then we'll pull over and have a little divvy up. That just randomly went, didn't it?
Yeah.
I like the sounds of the indicators in here.
I love the sound
really
of
like
indicators
soft
in
and-
general. Yeah.
And they've
But it
got
is
the-
a nice. Can you just put it on for us again?
Just want... I'll
We
indicate
can justify it. We're going off. Oh, what a sound! That's unreal. That, isn't it?
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. I've become that guy now that needs noise on to sleep. So I either have the ocean or rain on. But I might see if this is an add-on on there.
Well, I've been to so many football grounds and collected so many like raw videos of just chants and the hustle and bustle of a match day.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's no commentary when you go to a game, and that was
Yeah.
something really strange. I don't know if anyone else has thought this, but when I went to my first game, I was like 7, like the first big game. Went to Tottenham v QPR. My dad took me, and I sat there, and I was like, "Where's the guy speaking?"
Mate, you've just made me feel so normal. Because I
Did you
thought
think
that.
that?
I also thought you could hear the commentators, and I also thought you changed. Oh,
I've gone the wrong way.
Yeah, it's fine. It's 3 minutes slower. So the 3 minutes we gained, we've lost, but we'll be.
Don't
all
worry,
right.
I'll give him the 3 minutes. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. That's us just reminiscing over being.
Yeah,
being
but
young.
it's like-
You thought that as well, yeah?
I thought you could hear the commentators, and I also thought like, okay, so at half time now I have to go back round the other side. Like I changed side, like.
Yeah, no, I
I'm
get
glad
that
I wasn't
totally.
the only one like that
No,
did that. I thought it was.
You're the first person to
foolish
actually
of me.
like agree with me as well.
Yeah.
It might be like an American thing, like where you know when you grow up, you watch American films and
Yeah.
they're you know they're doing baseball and you can hear the tannoy you're like, oh, coming up next is blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And maybe it's that I don't know, but obviously
No, I think
watched,
it was
I watched
just
so
I
much
thought I
football.
could hear John Motson in there.
Yeah, and I was a little bit disappointed, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I needed
No, I
that
hear
guy.
that.
But now, obviously, you can get commentary now. If you're hard of hearing and or
Yeah.
blind and or foreign, you can get the earphones in some of the big stadiums, can't you? And there's some commentary on there. Probably not. Obviously, John Motson going back on ourselves.
Straight on.
Straight on.
Whoa. Yeah, we need to stop very soon.
So they won't know this, but I spent probably about 10, 15 minutes trying to lock these cameras down, and where it was so warm, they've not really stuck down. But this one was the one that was the problem.
Yeah, and now that one's
it's-
flying.
So they gave me some tape. So when we stop, I'll put that down and see if that helps. But yeah, fingers crossed this video comes out. If you don't see it, then yeah, just let me know. Straight on.
I don't want to interrupt you when you're talking, you know what I mean? But here we are,
Amazing.
Stockport County. It's where all the Man City fans go.
Is this it? Yeah, this is the place. All right, I'm going to do a reverse for the first time in this car. Normally, I'd be like, there's nothing there, so I'm going to do that.
Do you know what you're doing?
Just doing it.
Yes, here we go. I like that. You got the little
It's got like
bird's eye
thing
view as well.
I don't get that. My friend's got like a Merc and it does that. I don't know how.
So it's all the cameras and then you just triangulate an image, I guess. But
It's crazy.
it's
isn't it?
remarkable, isn't it?
Remarkable.
It's
It
just-
is remarkable. It's just remarkable.
Technology these days is crazy.
And apparently, if you just get out, it locks. Like everything's just
Is that
locks
not
up.
worrying?
Huh? It just locks up.
Have you got the keys in your pocket
Yeah.
before it locks up?
Yeah. So
I definitely get scared about like locking everything inside.
let's talk about the parking first of all. Let's ignore that.
That's horrendous, by the way.
How have I managed that? Look, it just done the alarm while we walked off. I didn't even press anything.
Also, I didn't feel us go up the curb.
No, I didn't. So that's on the bird's eye camera, not me. Here we are, Stockport County Football Club. They do good food here as well.
Yeah.
And if you go around there, they've got like this is why I call it a proper football club, because they've got like statues and everything.
Yeah.
United have got that as well. Spurs haven't. We
Yeah.
ain't got that. We're not a proper football club.
Who could you have a statue of though?
Bill Nicholson, you know who that is?
Yeah, I know.
Skylight roofs.
Yeah.
I pretend that's what it's called. I don't know if it's.
Yeah,
it's just, you can see outside.
Yeah,
It's just really nice.
Sunroof, innit?
Do you know what? I think we should call that half time, but I'll give you an extra few minutes on the second half.
Okay.
So we've ticked off one ground.
You sound disappointed.
Yeah, I was hoping for 2, maybe 3.
Mainly for your lunch budget, right?
I can get the lunch afterwards.
Yeah.
We can press on if you want from here. and
We're
then
going to
get the-
press on.
Yeah.
We're going to make the trip that most Stockport County fans do,
Right.
to the Etihad.
No. I can't believe Adam Mckola, die-hard Man United fan, would even want to step anywhere close to the Etihad.
Well, I need a piss, so thought we're better else to go and do it than at the Etihad.
Let's do it. Let's do a piss at the Etihad. Do you know where we're going, by the way?
Left, yeah, go
Yeah.
left. We'll go left for now. We need to go back on ourselves. I do apologise.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I know how to reverse now. Yeah, you've taken us down a
Dead end.
dead end. Obviously, before we set off, you bumped into Danny Simpson.
Yeah. It's still weird that I find it weird all the time when
The
like people that
professional-
I used to pay to watch know me.
Yeah.
It's like when Paul Scholes says my name on the overlap. I go,
I was going to come on to this. Obviously, you grew up watching arguably one of the greatest sites of all time.
yeah.
We come back out here.
Yes.
can we go?
Right. Yeah. Right and then right. Sorry, I need to get better with instructions. I apologise. I mean, we've got this old bad boy here, haven't we?
We have, yeah. I just didn't want to like interrupt the audio, but you can do it
Okay.
if
No,
you
no,
want.
no, no. You're right. You're right.
Am I right?
Yeah, you're
I was just
right.
thinking
You're
about the
right.
video.
Yeah, yeah.
that's
No,
all,
the video. Yeah. Let's think of the video first.
Right
Also,
and
it's
right,
quite
yeah?
funny when I just keep going
Yeah, no, that's cool.
at the last minute. Yeah. Right. I felt like the camera was going to go then. It wasn't, but you know, when my back went, I thought the camera might go.
He's only been in the car 45 minutes, but he's already got PTSD with the camera going. Right, front passenger door is open, apparently. Apparently. That's what it's telling me. And I trust it.
You trust this more than me, which is...
Like, at the moment, look, because it's
closed now, right?
It's definitely closed now. So I'm in this mode that's B mode. I don't know what B mode.
Beast mode. That
B. So there's D for drive, and then there's B for.
Beast.
I don't know if it's brake mode. I'm not sure, but I'm not braking at the moment. I'm trying to go, but it's not letting me because it knows.
It's a weird one to test as well, isn't it?
Like it.
Like, let's test this. Does it work? No, we're in the back of this Peugeot 206.
No, I am accelerating. I'm accelerating. It's not letting me. It's keeping a safe distance, and it knows that that's going, so it's allowing me to go. Oh, look, it's speeding up again. That is so freaky. I always said if I got in a car, no, I don't. I want to be in control.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting.
I could never do that whole self-driving thing.
No. Where they sort of like sit back, yeah.
Everyone starts going to sleep and stuff.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah, the direction problems were me, so I apologise.
But yeah, so you've grown up watching arguably the greatest, or one of the greatest sides of all time.
Yeah.
In Manchester United.
Yeah.
During the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
You were born into it, really.
I was born into it. So obviously I'm not from Manchester. But you know how like nowadays everyone has a story for how they found a team, either their favourite team on FIFA, weirdly.
Yeah.
You find sometimes, and different things like that. I don't remember picking Manchester United because it was picked for me. Oh. And I remember the last game under Fergie at Old Trafford, the Swansea game. My dad turning to me and saying, you're going to know what it feels like to be a football fan now.
I was about to say this, especially now.
And he was so right.
Yeah.
He was so right.
Did you ever, like, going through that success? Because, as I say, you were born into them just really being good. And, of course, there was the odd season where you might come second. But you'd still win an FA Cup, or you'd still win. Every season, something was happening.
Or you'd be like, right, you're going to go left here.
Yep.
Or you'd be like, well, we'll win it next year.
Yeah.
You know, there was never that fear of, oh, my God, we're never going to win a thing.
Did you get complacent ever as a fan? Or did you really take in every single trophy? Did you really feel it? Or did it get a bit like, almost like it's expected now?
So my favourite year of being a Manchester United fan was 08. Because when we won the treble in 99, I was 10. The FA Cup final, we were there on my 10th birthday. Like, you think it's going to happen every season. Like, there's no...
So in a way, you were a little bit complacent at that age because Man United are the best and they're going to do it again next year. So.
And then in 08, I remember just being a bit more of an adult, even though I was massively childish probably as a 19-year-old. But like just being able to soak it in a little bit more and really understand and feel it. But I still think I took it for granted. If you would have told me in 2013 we go 10 years without a league title, I'd say no. Like, not a chance that happens. So... yeah, I think I did take it for granted a little bit. Yeah. But then, if I look at the last 10 years where many Man United fans will go, this has been hell. We've won loads of trophies.
Still done stuff, yeah.
We've won the Europa League, we've won one or two FA Cups, a couple of League Cups. Like,
what a kill for that as a Spurs fan.
You'd build a statue of Ange if you did that.
Well, you know, people can keep sort of mocking me.
Yeah, you go through obviously all of this success and now a bit of downfall and you're really feeling it now. But from a career perspective, obviously you're on Sky, you're on the overlap, and you're rubbing shoulders with professional players that you would have, as you say, paid to watch growing up. Scholes, for example, was probably a hero of yours.
Massive, like greatest midfielder that we've seen. Yeah, really.
So when you put the Gerrard Lampard Scholes thing, are you pro Scholes every time?
It's not even an argument for me. Like, it's just Scholes.
Because he's always left out, as far as I always think. A lot of people, they're like, he was good, but Gerrard Lampard.
You know what I think doesn't help the likes of Gary Neville and Paul Scholes? They don't toot their own horn.
No.
So you know, if you ask Paul Scholes, he'd go, "Oh yeah, Gerrard was better than me." Yeah. And then that gets used against you in debates. Like, but then he'd say like, I don't know, Paul Ince. But Paul Ince was a phenomenal player, by the way. But he'd say Paul Ince was better than him, or like all these different players are better than him.
He's humble, isn't he?
Yeah. So
a bit more,
they kind of do themselves a mischief by not kind of speaking about how great they were. But I suppose that's kind of mentality Fergie drilled into them as well. Yeah. And why they kept being so successful. But yeah, like being able to work with these kind of, like.
Have you got his number?
Not Scott. No? I had Wayne Rooney's number.
Wow. Which again is mad for you.
Which was mental. Like, I met Wayne Rooney, and as I went, I told Rory, like, we're going to this event. It's about Wayne Rooney, so Wayne Rooney's going to be there. And when I see him, I'm getting a picture with him. I don't care what happens. Like, if
had you never had a picture with him?
No, I've never
before?
had a picture with him. I'd never met him at this point.
Right. Okay.
And I was just like, I don't care if I look weird or whatever. We're going to do this.
Yeah.
Boom, we see him. So we start walking across the room now to go and take this picture. And as I get closer to him, he clocks me and makes a beeline for me.
Wow.
And my head kind of just goes, oh my God. And like, I think, so when he had broken the record, the Manchester United goal scoring record, I did a video with a Ditcher Reds, who's like a Man United video editor who uses like all the goals and like really fancy footage to like make like movie style trailers almost. And we did a video together about Rooney's legacy as United's greatest goal scorer and stuff. And he remembered that video. And then I think he also remembered a video from like on the kickoff where I defended him. Like, I just really, really backed him and defended him, and like, he started talking to me about thank you for the support. Like, I remember this video, that video, and all this, and it was just
That's so mad, isn't it?
Oh my God! And then at the end of that conversation, we said, he got dragged off to take some pictures somewhere, and I went, oh yeah, we'll grab a drink later. In my head, thinking it's never going to happen. It was just a polite thing to say in the moment. And then at the after party, he just comes out of the VIP section. There's a seat next to me and he just comes and sits next to me.
No way.
We're there for an hour just talking, and it's like...
insane, isn't it?
My head just exploded. But yeah, like, hopefully we're going to get him on the channel at some point, do an interview with him. But yeah, like, Wayne Rooney knowing who I was mental. Eric Cantona, I met him, worked with him.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal. And then there's been weird moments throughout my career where, like, I remember once I was awake at like 3 a.m. We just got back from Arsenal. We had beaten Arsenal at the Emirates, which is rare, like, in the last 10 years. And like, I get a DM from Jesse Lingard, like, and just like, even moments like that, it's just a bit, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like Man United.
Because these are people that you look up to in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
And obviously I'm thinking they don't have time to even look at what we're doing. Why would they? They're too busy. They're training. They're preparing for matches. But it's technology, isn't it? They're on it. Like, they obviously are.
Yeah, and also
it's crazy
like,
to think that
we see things about ourselves sometimes, don't we?
Yeah.
I'm not comparing myself to Wayne Rooney, but it's like, whatever industry you're in, you will eventually fall upon some gobshite talking about it.
Yeah.
and listen to it. And yeah, I've just been consistent in always, like, loving and like giving flowers to my heroes, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, it pays off sometimes. And
my missus asked me this. She said, I guess it's a question for you, and I couldn't answer it. At what point does it get weird for a man to continue to have heroes as footballers? Because you're older than the... Do you know... It's the term of looking up to them. So you're a younger person looking up to them, but I guess Wayne Rooney's similar sort of age.
Wayne Rooney's older than me.
He's probably...
He's born 85, I'm born 89.
Oh, he's same age as me.
Why do I know what year he's born in, for example? Like,
Yeah, because you look up to him and he's your hero. But when it's the other way, like, think of the academy prospects coming through. I don't know how to...
No, but in this instance, like, I would never get a shirt with a player's name on it if they're younger than me.
Okay.
That's weird.
Too weird, yeah?
It's too weird.
But now there's going to be a point where you'll never get a name on the back of your shirt now.
But I don't anyway.
You're happy with that, yeah?
Yeah,
You're happy to let the
happy
shirt names go on the back. But what if it was an older player? You saw a shirt, you're like, no, sorry, I'm getting Cantona on the back.
Yeah, so I remember in the 07 shirt, I had George Best on the back.
That's nice.
Which I'd never seen him play, but obviously my mum's from Belfast and all that kind of thing. So
yeah,
I'd like to, rep the Belfast boy, but yeah, I'd never get a current player on there. Or if I did, it would be as a collectible item.
Yeah. What
rather than a wearable item.
Yeah. Yeah. So if an academy player came through and did what Wayne Rooney did, breaks his record, obviously he's going to be held in high regard, but you're now 50. Is it a bit weird to be like, oh, he's amazing? Is it a bit weird to get so nervous over? Or have you grown up and you're at the other end of it and you're just...
But then I don't think anyone could make me nervous now.
No?
Because the people that have made me nervous, I've already met them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I've already...
That makes sense.
And I remember meeting So I did a game. Yeah, we'll go straight. We did a game. It was when the Class of '92 had just bought Salford City.
Yep.
And they played like Class of '92 against Salford City at the AJ Bow. And I had a media pass for this game, and I'm walking around like an hour before kickoff, and I turn a corner, and there's like a table with Gary Neville, Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, just sat there having a chat.
Crazy.
And immediately I'm like shaking and.
And you
all
met
that
any of them
kind
before?
I've never met any of them before. Like,
and they are
and it was like that time where I'm going, right, I need a picture with all of you. Like, I wouldn't do that now. Like, I'd wait for the right time to get a picture and stuff. But then I was just so giddy and excited to have met them. I remember like probably annoying them by asking them for a picture.
Yeah, of course. And first impressions count, don't they? I wonder if Gary Neville, he probably doesn't. Do you reckon he remembers that interaction you've had? Now that you're on the overlap, does he remember you being a bit giddy at the start?
Possibly.
Crazy, isn't it, to think that?
But then I was probably just another one of
many
their
people.
fan meets that day where someone asked them for a picture.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I remember that feeling of, oh my God, like, and when I met Cantona for the first time, I think I asked him if I could hug him about 4 times and did every time, just kept hugging him. So yeah, I think if I met a current player now, I wouldn't have that nervousness.
You wouldn't. No, you're a bit more composed about things.
Yeah, because I've met my heroes. Like,
yeah, no, that makes sense. That's a good way of putting it, actually.
Here it is.
The Etihad Stadium.
Marcus Rashford Stadium. Great memories here for United fans, actually. We've beaten this year.
Did you ever go, was you young enough to go to Main Road? Did you ever go?
Yeah, so I've only went once. It was when Beckham scored in a 1-0 win.
Nice.
Which was...
Are you a little bit autistic in that? You remember everything? Yeah.
But if you ask me, like, what was the score when Man United played City 2 years ago, I'd be like...
Yeah. But it's
so
the,
you
it's
asked
the
me
child.
during that...
Yeah, during
my
childhood.
geeky era of collecting the
all.
season reviews and watching the season reviews and all that kind of... The sticker books and... That's what helped you remember things, I think.
But it's all changed now. It's all digital. It's FIFA. That's how kids know.
Yeah.
They've got ball knowledge. Ours was bloody stickers. If you didn't get them in the pack, you didn't know about them.
Did you used to go to swap shops or?
It was a dream of mine to go to a swap shop because they had them in like Birmingham, didn't they?
Yeah, they had them at Villa Park.
Yes, that's it.
So Gareth Barry signed my completed book once.
Did he?
Yeah. while we were at the Etihad, I forgot he played for them. Have I got like 3 stadiums off here?
I don't know. I don't know if I can actually give you that. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here and just say that we're close enough.
Well, everyone's seen it. Like everyone's seen we are really here.
We are.
It's not a green screen.
Parking not on a curb this time, but it is on a double yellow, so we will have to get quickly. Right. So this right here, we can't see the Etihad because it's behind, but this stadium here is where the women play. Is that right?
No. I think the women's one we went past over there, so I'm not sure what this is.
Is this like an academy?
Maybe. They're building something there.
But I will give you 1 point for the Etihad. I'll give you that.
Right, so I can't get 3.
I'm not going to give you 3.
What Manchester United women, Manchester City's women's team. There's 2 different teams. 2 different stadiums.
I'll leave it to the comments. Something else I didn't mention about this car. Cup holders.
Classic.
There is also a lot of space in the back as well. A hell of a lot of space.
There's loads of space. I really like this car. I always remember my dad talking about a Ford Capri when he was younger.
Old school. And you can get this via leasing.com. Yeah, they are the #1 leasing comparison site where they compare millions of deals on their website. And 9 out of 10 people said they got the best deal via leasing.com, so go and check them out.
The lad seemed to be sound, seemed to like us as well. Which
yeah,
is
he said he grew up watching me and Palmer's. And
it's mad, isn't it, when people say
weird,
things like that. And our audience kind of growing with us as well. Like, we do pick up new people, but they're also like, it's like what Spen and Rory do in their channel. Like, their fans are becoming dads as well now too. Yeah,
it's crazy, isn't it? So, just in case people didn't believe us, so we're actually going past the women's stadium at the moment, and there is the Etihad over there. We couldn't quite get in, but we're near enough, so I'll give you those points. There we go. Right, we have got...
We're going right.
About 20 minutes left.
And we've got 11 minutes to Old Trafford. Right, we're going.
There we go. I hope we get caught in traffic and you don't make it. Wouldn't that be funny? No, I don't want that.
Yeah, the only stadium I'd take you to is Manchester City and Stockport.
I'll tell you what, Adam, You are consistent. And do you know why you're consistent? Because the passenger front door is open once more.
It's because, this car, like, we didn't even feel it when Smiv basically crashed the car into a curb. We didn't even feel it.
No, that is
Went
true.
up
I
the
did not feel going up the curb.
It's really silent, this car.
So what is the distance between Manchester City and Manchester United?
3.5 miles, according to Google Maps.
Right, okay.
Right, that's it. We're out of the blue bit of the city now.
Is that their little
That's
pocket,
it now,
yeah?
done.
So the rest of it is red?
Although Stockport is a little bit blue as well. You would have heard that.
Right. Do you think there's any Man United fans that go to Stockport? Because I guess
nowadays, possibly, because everyone kind of, like, because of, I think you guys have had a big impact on that as well, yourself, Ellis, people like that, like making people want to go to non-league football and smaller grounds and stuff like that. And yeah, I think more people go now, don't they? Whether they support Man United, Man City or not, they'll go to.
I feel like everyone has like a little
I've
soft
picked up
spot
a little
for
love for Gloucester.
Have you?
Yeah, so my friend Spraggy, one of them is another poker professional. He's a United fan, but he's from Gloucester.
Right.
So they go to Gloucester games, and yeah, I went to one, picked up a shirt, got the bug for it. I was there 5 minutes, and I was going, "We're crap." It was like you said, you're in.
You're in. You're part of it, yeah.
We're going to go left here. So yeah, I like that level of. It's because it's maintaining the authenticity of football.
Yep.
And what it's about, isn't it, really? And the
Yeah,
smells and the feel and.
I would argue there's a lot of, I call them Premier League fans really, but a lot of fans, especially like United, Liverpool, you're big, that only have that and that's all they do. And it's a real shame that people don't experience or get to experience lower league football because honestly it's just so, it is the lifeblood of football and non-league has so many wins for it. The cost, the facilities might not be up to scratch, but some of them are quite cute, to be fair. They're quite nice for like Macclesfield one we went to today. That's amazing for the level they're at the moment. The food is just so much better in non-league. So there's so many.
Much better.
There's a few pluses for non-league versus Premier League.
It's because they have to keep you coming back.
Yeah.
Whereas if you buy a hot dog at United, they don't care.
No.
They know you're going to come back.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
And also you feel like like if you go to a game at any of these stadiums, these smaller stadiums, like Gloucester, for example.
Yeah.
No matter where your ticket is in the ground, you feel like you're at the state. You feel like you're part of the match.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas you could sit so far away at Old Trafford that you never actually feel like you're there.
Yeah.
That's why the legacy fans, as they call us, they want to push us out. That's why they're doing all these. Oh, if you don't use your season ticket this many times, it's cancelled.
It's awful, isn't it?
If I can't even transfer a season ticket without jumping through hoops anymore to a friend or anything like that. They are changing it so much to where eventually you're just going to go, I can't be bothered with this anymore. There's too much red tape. There's too much hoops to jump through to be a fan of a club. Because we're not going to go there and spend $1,000 in the mega store and on hotels and on food and on drinks and everything. I'll just about buy a pie inside the ground.
Right, so we have just arrived at Old Trafford. We'll get out in a sec, but look at that. 86%.
Was that 93 when we got?
93, so we've used what, 7%? I'm impressed. There we go, welcome to Old Trafford, the Theatre of Dreams. New stadium?
Not for me.
No?
Not for me. I don't want a new stadium. I think if we were successful at the moment, no one would be talking about a new stadium. If they looked after this stadium over the last 20 years, I don't think anyone would be talking about a new stadium. And you can improve the surrounding area without knocking this beauty down.
It'd be a shame, if I'm being honest.
You know what I mean?
Really would be.
And they're not even going to keep it. Like, keep it. Maybe reduce the capacity, use it for the women's team and the academy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Don't get rid of it.
Right, so Adam's got 11 minutes left, and we've worked out from Old Trafford, right about now, the nearest club is
24 minutes.
So I
with
think
traffic.
we just have to cut it.
I can get you to a cricket ground.
It's not going to work, mate. It's not going to work.
Can a cricket ground count?
Not going to work.
Like, remember we were in the Ashes when they used to play football and that on it?
Don't remember. But the rules were if you can visit a football club within the top 10 tiers of the English football ladder and
So on his route, Adam took us to Stockport County. He grabbed another point when he took us to the Etihad, tried getting extra points for a women's stadium, and that's fine if it was a different club. I treat the men's and women's as the same, so that's 1 point. Finally, we hit the club he loves the most. It's Manchester United. Old Trafford, seeing him bank double points here, so that's 4 points in total. And that puts him joint top of this early leaderboard. Question though, who's coming up next?
Rory Jennings.
Rory Jennings, you've
There you
been
go.
called out by Mr. Adam Mckola here of the club. But there is one thing, again, we talk about consistency. Do you know what that says?
It's still open.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Class.